Okay, let's go ahead and snatch this motor off. Pull the gantry out. Knock these 4 bolts loose. Got a little makeshift stand that I've used before. Go ahead and get it hung up. That's free. Not too worried about this one hanging there because I had that 600 plus horsepower Verado hanging on there a couple weeks ago. This thing's probably 200 pounds, 250. So let's just spin it around now and stick it on this little lifty poo we got. Get some bolt holes already drilled in this. The line goes up, feed those through, hanging on 2 of those bolts. Let's see if I can't just drive one through there. Go. A nut on the back of that. Do the same thing on the other side. Unhook it, roll it out of my way. All right, got the gantry out still. I'm going to use that to pull this thing off too. Keep it from falling on me. In the bilge. Easy peasy. Feeling this transom is going to be really bad. Yeah, that's nice. Well, nothing else. It should be easy to strip down. All right, so motor and jack plate are off. So next thing is just going to be stripping everything down. Just pulling all the lights, cleats, you know, things. You know, those really easy one-handed things. Getting all that crap out of here and getting ready to probably pull the rub rail, see if I can separate the cap. Trying to figure out my plan of attack here. I'm going to separate the cap, pull that off first, or do I want to cut the floor out first, or how do I want to do it? So I don't know. We'll get there. But for now, let's just get all this crap off the deck. So this thing, yeah, it's obvious that this front casting deck is just mush, and that's through bolted to a bunch of mush, so I don't want to climb under there now. So when I remove this front casting deck, I'll take that chair mount off. And other than that, we got the gunnels cleared, little rod holders off the side. Pretty much everything is off. It's coming off. So I don't know what the heck these are for. You know, let's have some random screws in the floor. Why not? A couple more there, a couple more here. It's like, yeah, just throw them in there. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna finish breaking this loose, pull this rub rail off next, and see if we can't see what it'll take to separate this cap. Rub rail's easy. If you've never pulled one of these off, usually the end cap's held on by a screw or two. And then just pull the insert out. This one just happens to be rope. And inside of there is, focus, all your screws that usually lock the cap to the hull. So this is just a matter of pulling. I'm not going to reuse this. I thought about it. It's in decent shape, but it's so small. I'll probably get a brand new one for about $200. But we'll see. I'll throw it all I won't break it up. Had a couple screws on the outside there. Somebody must have been pushing it back in. It must have got knocked loose. But anyways, yeah, I won't throw it away. I'll hang on to it and we'll find out what we do a little closer to the end. All right, rub rail's off. I had stuck this down inside of there and hooked it to the gantry and gave it a little tug-see to see if I could break this loose. So I kind of, hacked it there. So this part came up, dropped a bunch of rotten wood out. But what I discovered after pulling the rub rail is this cap, as dirty as it is glued on all the way around. I stuck my nose up underneath here and took a look, and yeah, it's glued. There's little beads of glue sticking out. It's probably 5200. So the cap's not coming off easy. So plan B, I think what we're gonna do now, so the floor's got to come out first. I don't really want to lose the shape too much. The cap is kind of holding some of the shape. So I'm going to get the floor out, probably going to end up just cutting along the top here, the seam, when I do take the cap off. But for now, I think I'm just going to cut them around here, probably right where the rod holders are. It's less material to patch. Pull the back part out, cut that out, get these storage boxes out of the way, and that way I can get the floor out and start looking at, what I'm dealing with underneath of there. And then I can start prepping for the transom. So yeah, demo day. Let's go. Okay, got it cut most of the way. Let's see if I can't just snatch it off with the gantry and see what's left. We got some very rotted wood. And yeah, I'd say it's a little wet. And honestly, I don't think, if you look down at this part, they didn't glass the underside of any of this wood, it looks like. So that's the result you're going to end up with. And, it is 30 years old, 35 years old, but still. All right, let's get the rest of this out. All right, I went around the inside and the outside one more time. I was able to bang it loose. So that's that. One down. Have a good little template here. That's why I wanted to save it. So I'll put this. Dang, this thing's heavy. It's soaking wet. Yeah, put that down there with that. And then move on to the other side. And box number 2 is out. Didn't put up much of a fight at all. Same thing, just kind of ran around the edges a couple times and pushed it out. So it's time to remove what's left of this floor. I think, God, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Do I just run around the whole seam, pull it out in one piece, minus the casting deck? I mean, it's obviously not bonded anything. This, the stringers are trashed. It's like a trampoline walking on it. So honestly, I think that may be the easiest way. So just cut myself a little lip around it and pull it out in one piece, I guess. See what we're left with. Okay, moment of truth. One of them. I'm going to wrap a piece of 2x4 around this. Fed it in the little bilge hole. Let's see what it does. Looks like it wants to come up. Dusty musty. We'll move this forward to the next hole. All right, floor is out-ish. Floor is loose. In one piece, get some of this stuff out of the way, unhook that, and should be able to slide this mess right off the back. Well, got a nice template for the floor when it goes back down. Also got a hot mess. How about this? We got some random styrofoam thrown in a few spots. A couple pieces of foam there. What's up here? I think there were some stringers in this at one point. Yeah, it's just like they unpacked the box. Threw all the foam in there. That'll count. I'll drip a little foam on top. So yeah, looks like we got one kind of wood stringer. And the inside ones are just totally gone. But what do they say? You see the rose through the thorns or something like that? I don't know. I know what this will look like once it's all cleaned out, so I'm not fretting. All right, that's enough for one night, though. I am going to grab a cold one and call it an evening. Okay, went ahead and pulled all the stuff out, drug it out in the yard and sprayed it out with the hose. Got most of the debris out, so I gotta vacuum some stuff. But put the fan on it, let it dry out a little bit. May move that boat out of the way so I can pull this one all the way out in the sun. And then I think the plan is gonna be to, I guess the best thing would be to start on the transom. Cut back a little bit of these stringers on the back. I'm gonna leave as much structure in here as I can for now. But get that opened up. We'll redo the transom. And then once that's done, we will start on these stringers. All right, did some exploratory cuts. And you can see it's pretty delaminated for the most part. It's pretty rotten. I mean, as to be expected. Might just try and rip all this out, put some more cuts. I gotta cut the stringers back about a foot, and I may bust out the bigger saw, checkerboard this, and then just kind of chisel it out. I was hoping maybe it would kind of, I was being optimistic, see if it would pop out in one piece. You never know.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
All right, I didn't put up too much of a fight. Hour or two, wasn't bad. So, wood's out, 99%. I got to go over it with the grinder next and get this last bits off and clean up that glass real good and get it ready for the new stuff. Oh, check this out. So this was the one fiberglass panel I pulled off, but that top board, look at this, they literally had stapled it to the other one. And there's my tree roots. But yeah, the whole thing. So I was pulling this off and I had to be real careful because there's about 100 staples on this damn thing that are all sticking out. It's good times. Tell you what, this thing is a handful. Damn if it doesn't work. This is a carbide tooth blade I picked up at Harbor Freight, I don't know, a couple months back, a year or so ago, who knows. Yeah, because there was some wood left on there that wouldn't pick off. And now I can go back with the flap wheel and actually get, the fiberglass roughed up. But that took the majority of the wood off in about, I don't know, 30 minutes. So, clean this up. Got some hamster feed here. And go back at it and finish her off. All right, that'll do, pig. That'll do. Do need to get some more bits, or not bits, some file sander sheets. I got like one of those little 3/4 inch by 16 inch file sanders, so I can get down in those cracks. Other than that, I think we are 99% prepped, ready to clean it up, fill some holes, and get some glass on there and a new transom bonded in. But it's tomorrow problem. I'm done for the night. And speaking of being done, I'm sitting there editing this video and realized it's probably a good time for this one to be done. But the boat's not done. And as you can see behind me, we got a lot has happened. We got the transom in, we got some stringers out. We're prepping to put the new stringers in, and lots more coming up. So if you want to see any of that, go ahead and subscribe if you're not. Like, share, follow, all the, the things. As always, thanks for making it this far in the video, and thanks for everyone who's been around since the beginning, and everybody who's just finding me now. Lots in store, so stay tuned. Talk soon, guys.